Hi, welcome back to my channel. Happy weekend, or whenever, actually you'll probably be watching this on a Tuesday or whenever you're watching it. Hi. Hi, you got your ball? You got your ball? Yeah, we bought him, Brad went to the pet shop yesterday and he bought you 6 new balls and you've already broke 2. Well, technically, this one, it is broken, but he's shoved in the end part, and then one of the red ones is ripped. And they're Kong, so they're as good as they're getting, aren't they, really? Yeah, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you, my baby. But yeah, so it's the weekend. Oh, I'm back. Honestly. I didn't even take a sip out of the coffee. Sit down, I don't trust you now, darling. No, sit down, please. I hadn't even taken a sip out of the coffee, and I changed the blanket yesterday and there was clean joggers, so they're now in the wash. I thought I finished all my washing, but no, still got more now. Oh well, steady, darling. I know it's because you want me to fuss you, but I'm talking to our friends. So it's the weekend, and it's a beautiful one. I got told that it was gonna warm up a little bit, but it's not. It's lovely, it's cold. Like, it's frosty, so it's beautiful. Our street's literally still all frozen over. It's like white over, not from snow, just from frost. So it's beautiful. So we're gonna have a lovely weekend, aren't we? But this weekend's plans are nice and exciting. So obviously last week's vlog, if you didn't watch, we built the chimney breast. I'll link that video down below if you want to go watch it. But we are getting it plastered today. So a man is coming to plaster it. Obviously we can't do anything to it after it's been plastered. We won't be able to paint or anything because it needs a few days to dry. But it's being plastered, so that's like the next step. And then another thing that we're going to get done today, or attempt to do today and tomorrow, is panel. So in February, I think Brad thinks it's Valentine's weekend, we've got a decorator coming in to paint all of the hallway, upstairs and downstairs, so the landing and that. And I've now decided that I want coving and panelling. So we need to get that done before he comes to decorate, so that he can decorate that. Otherwise he'd literally be decorating and then we'd be doing work and then painting it again ourselves, so it'd just be pointless. We would have a go at painting ourselves, but it's very tall, and if I'm being completely honest, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and the kitchen just isn't as neat. It's neat, and for someone that doesn't paint, I think me and Brad did really, really well. I'm proud of us. But I think we just want that convenience. So we've booked someone in. They're coming to decorate. But yeah, we've got to panel. So we've never panelled before. Ow. We've never panelled before. Oh, we're right. So you're headbutting mummy. Making mummy spill all her coffee that she's not drank over herself. And a blanket that's just been tidied and swapped over. Is it because you're wanting tension? Brad's just nipped out, so he's at Screwfix. We've just nipped, well, Brad's just nipped to get a sheet that's going to go on the carpet in the living room, so that when the plasterer's here, I mean, I'm presuming he's going to bring stuff anyway to put on the floor, but we're just going to put something down as a precaution, just to make sure that the carpet doesn't get ruined, because we're not planning on having new carpet in here. So if we can keep it as clean as possible so that he can come in with his work shoes on and do his thing, that would be ideal. So we're doing that. So yeah, we've got to put that down. That's getting plastered. We've got to panel, coving. We are coving in here, but that won't be this weekend. That'll be another, because we're having a full hallway, landing, living room transformation in the next few months, or next few weeks, should I say, because it's literally nearly February. Crazy, 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 crazy. He's just leaning on me. You're mummy's baby, aren't you? But you are also waiting for daddy, aren't you? So it's another exciting weekend of getting things done. I cannot wait for the hallway to be painted, because, okay, if anyone's got a Doberman or a male dog, like a big male dog, I've mentioned it before in one of my vlogs that we have things sprayed on the wall. We get your willy juice all over. Sorry if I'm making people feel sick, because it makes me feel sick, because you are my son. I don't want that. But they're meant to grow out of it, aren't they? Like that stage of, do you know what it is? It's because he runs up and down stairs with that much force that I'm guessing it moves around, and we just get it sprayed up the stairs, don't we? I don't know if it's leftover wee or whatever it bloody is. I just don't want it on the walls, and the freshly decorated walls especially. So we're prepping the walls today, and gonna obviously try and clean all of it. It's minging, it's minging. Does anyone else suffer with this? If you've got a Doberman, a male Doberman or a male big dog, do they grow out of things getting splattered on the wall? Because, oh, what do you mean? I love you, Chai, but nah, I wouldn't change him. We'll wipe it, we'll just keep wiping it down. We'll just keep wiping it down, it's fine. It's not a big deal, brides. I wanted to say as well, thank you for all of your lovely messages just recently. I've had quite a few messages, comments on YouTube and just private messages, and you're all so lovely. Thank you for being nice and kind to me. You feel like my friends. Thank you. I really appreciate you. So yeah, oh my god, as well, I've been working on so I watched this TikTok where this girl said basically her mum called her a bitch, like she sounds like a bitch, and she was working on phrases to basically make her sound more enthusiastic. And I've always had this issue where people think I'm sarcastic a lot. Don't get me wrong, I can be sarcastic, but sometimes I'm being so serious and Brad will be like, alright, and I'm like, that was a compliment. And he's like, you were joking, weren't you? And I was like, no, like, that was a compliment, I'm being sincere. Or like, I don't know, one time Brad's cousin had some chocolate fingers or something like that, but they were from Hotel Chocolate, and I was like, oh, they're my favourite. And in my head I thought I sounded like, oh, they're my favourite, like being so like genuine, but I didn't. Apparently I sounded like, they're my wow, they're my favourite, like, and I didn't. But I obviously did. So I obviously don't translate the way I feel through my voice, and sometimes that doesn't translate through my face either, because I practiced some sayings last night with Brad, and it was like, it's your face though, brides. Like sometimes I'll say something like say, wow, they're amazing, rather than going like, wow, they're amazing, like that. I've been practicing. I'll go, wow, they're amazing, and like I look like I don't really think they're amazing, when in my head I'm like, wow, that's so good. Hi, you okay? Yes, thank you.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Thought you were.
I'm just talking about how I sound sarcastic and unamused a lot.
Oh yeah.
And how my face doesn't always translate what I'm saying.
Yeah, we figured out that 90% of why you might seem sarcastic is face expression, not...
Because my face is just like this, when really, in my head, I'm like, let's pray to the panelling gods that it is so easy. Alright. All of the carpet is now wrapped up in terms of where he could walk. We've also put some wrapping and tape around the wood just to protect it so that nothing gets dropped on it. And then the TV's been removed again. This is the before. Wow. Can't wait to see what it looks like. We're just now measuring up the living room for the coving, so we know how much we're going to need of coving, and then we're going to do the hallway just so that we can add it all up and make sure we get the right amount. And I think we'll just be ordering the hallway first, won't we?
Might as well do both.
Yeah.
If we're doing it, might as well do it all.
Well, obviously we need the panelling as well for the hallway, which we're going to tackle this weekend.
Well, we're going to do the hallway then.
Yeah, we're going to measure up the hallway next, and then we'll just order the hallway to begin with, just because we're going to tackle in there first, just as that's where the decorators come in first. And then we're going to get in here sorted, but we need quite a fair amount. So my plans are panelling just downstairs, I think. Just down here and possibly that side and here.
So she sees how nice it is and then she wants the rest of the house again.
Or just upstairs. I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely this bit here. Just because it's one of them walls that gets like naturally, I don't know if you can see. It's not gonna show up. Yeah, you can see the lines. I think people just rub on it. So obviously I don't want it to be white. But I want it to just be a little bit more, just something more than just a plain wall. And then eventually we'll be getting a mirror. We was gonna have a huge mirror here, but we figured out that it just wouldn't be wide enough for a tall mirror. So we're gonna get a funky mirror or something wavy or something to go here. So if you know anywhere that does some cool mirrors, please let me know. Comment down below. Oh, Mrs. Helper, sorry.
I would like you to go into that corner, please.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Oh. Can you put it right in the top corner?
Yeah.
Thank you. 375. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll have a funky mirror. Obviously, I'm going to dress this up a little bit more, so we won't just have a picture frame with nothing in it. I'm going to have something going off here. Again, you gave me some good ideas last time, so I'm going to go with them. We've got a runner, maybe a basket or something like that. Obviously a lampshade, and I want to change the light from a cool bulb to a warm bulb, because the living room and both the hallway are the cool bulbs. I'm a warm, I like a yellowy, not yellow, but like a warm bulb girl. So we're going to do that. Get some lights. And then obviously the stairs, everywhere's being painted, so nothing too crazy in colour, just a natural colour, but I want it to be warmer. I want people to walk in and it feel cosy straight away, whereas I love white, but it can seem very sterile, so I just want to warm up the hallway. I love white in our bedroom and I love white in some bedrooms, but yeah, I just want a little bit of warmth. Yeah, of course you can. Brad's just measured up all of the walls, and now we're just working out how many like little squares I want on the wall for the panelling along this wall here. The front door's there, by the way. We're having it to here. Or do you think that's too high? Because I think it'll look nice if the lights in the panelling, the light switch is in the panelling, do you know what I mean? Whereas if it was low, yeah. I hate choice, you know. I'm the most indecisive person in the world. It's actually so painful, like it makes my stomach drop. It really does. It's painful. Indecisiveness is painful.
Depends on that,
Yeah.
well, that's it.
Yeah.
You got a pencil?
Okay, so I feel like how many would we get if we had one there
I'm just thinking.
and then one here?
Let me mark it up.
I mean, either way, I feel like we're going to have to go through this plug socket down here, and that's fine. It's the light switches that I feel like will draw more attention if that's the middle.
No, I'm just literally marking the top.
So you can see visually.
Yeah. We're just drawing up on the walls with pencil, like basically an outline of what we're going to be doing, just so that when we come to sticking everything on, everything's already measured and we can literally just stick. We've been looking on B&Q, we've been getting some boards, some like beading to go around the edges and on the inside of the panelling, so it's not just square. Because I've got a vision for the hallway, and I don't know why, but I want it to feel a little bit more grand. Not like, I don't know, I want it to just be like, ooh, wow. For me. We've just got to figure out.
There you got panel.
Yeah, I know it. Space 400. We're just on our way to B&Q. We're gonna get the stuff for the panelling right now. We're not getting the coving today. We're gonna get the panelling stuff done. It's all measured up. God, my voice keeps going today. It's all measured up. We're hoping that B&Q will cut them. If not, we're gonna have to go to plan B, which is we can cut the beading, okay, but it's just cutting the, not plywood, board neat enough. So,
oh, the MDF board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see. Let's hope that they cut them. So then we'll have everything that we need for the actual panelling. So then we can get, yeah, we'll have to get some caulking and adhesive. So yeah, woohoo! It's gonna look nice though. Like even just seeing it drawn out on the walls, yeah, it looks nice. Nice. I like it. So we've got this one. What is it? Let me show you. Can't surely see it. That's going along the top.
So that's going to be...
And then we're looking at another one.
It's going to be like... That's what we've got to think, how wide is that? It's 15 mil. So you'd need 18 mil for that.
Yeah, but it don't matter if it's slightly smaller, because if that comes out slightly...
Yeah, I'm thinking, the panel, like the actual panel would actually sit like that. You might end up like that, you know.
So which do you think look better? Right.
If you look at it from that end.
See, I think that doesn't look bad, like, because it might look quite nice with like a bit of texture. We're undecided whether to go for this.
You'd look like that, you'd have like a gap. See how it goes down?
Yeah, I think that one looks better then.
I agree.
So we were undecided between this one or this one. We're going to go for this one. We're just in the queue, we're waiting for it to get chopped, and then we're going to chop these ones by ourselves, but just so that we're ahead. We've left B&Q, we've got the wood, we've got the panelling, and we just need 2 more of these, we believe. We're going to see what it looks like on the end of the wall, if we're going to put it there or not. I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, we've got that. So we're organised with that. We haven't got the coving, we're going to get that another day, and possibly from somewhere else, because I looked online and in B&Q they didn't have any in store. They was all just plain, which is fine, but I really want some like lumps and bumps. So I'm just sat outside Brad's mum's house right now. Brad's just nipped in to get a saw because we need to cut these down next, and then hopefully the man should be coming soon to skim over the chimney breast, but it's Brad's friend, so it might be that he comes tomorrow. We're not sure. He said today, but he's working on a job, so it's if he has time. But he said 1 o'clock, and it's nearly 10 to 5 now, so we feel like it might be tomorrow. But that's fine. It's not a problem, because we've got other things to be getting on with, and we wouldn't have been doing anything with that anyway. He would have just been cracking on with it on himself. We're back home, and the wood is being cut. Obviously that's going to go a little bit higher, although I did say to Brad, let's cut out the trim to see if we can do it a little bit lower. Not that low, but a little bit lower. But let's see how far he's getting along. You stay here, darling. I think it needs that off, which is essentially that, isn't it?
30 mil.
So it needs that off of it. I think so. I really do.
I don't like sometimes.
So we have the panel in here, it's all measured. We did it slightly lower than what we drew. We decided to do, well, I decided that I wanted it a little bit shorter. Now, I decided I wanted it shorter. Not by much, but a little bit. So, of course I would, it's me. I'm Miss Indecisive. So, can you tell how happy Brad was about it? Cutting it a little bit shorter. Honestly. I just needed to see it and then I realised I wanted it shorter. But we've got that and we're going to glue it bit by bit. We're going to do the insides, the, whatever this is called. I don't know. We're going to do that last. So we're going to put these on, stick them on as we go along. And then we'll do the beading or whatever it's called. The first bit of paneling is on! Like I said, we're doing these after we've got all of this first bit done. But, love it.
Push that on down there. Perfect. Look at that. Amazing.
So the beading is now on all of the top bits, but we decided that we're going to do it all on these, so just to make it a little bit fancier. So look something like that, and then obviously we're going to cork it, so we'll fill in all of these gaps, just so it looks a little bit fancier. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, yeah, that's good. So we've decided that we're going to do the paneling. We're going to bring it round to this bit. So like this is ended here. Oh, our walls are wonky apparently, so Brad's just putting it so it dries. Obviously we're leaving this section, so we're going to leave this section but do it to here. What is that from? Like, why is that black?
I have no idea. I think it's the wind that's blowing.
Well, what is it blowing in that's black? That's disgusting. That's minging, isn't it? So we're going to bring the paneling to this bit, to there. But look. Oh, and then obviously this bit. Oh, gosh. I love it. We've just got all these other ones to do now. Which is hard because even though it's a new build, it's still not even. So like, some of the walls aren't 100%. Some of them are a bit bowed, apparently, so Brad says. So things aren't fitting perfectly, so we're having to do them one at a time to make sure that everything measures up, because some of them are slightly out. So it must just be a house thing, whether it's new or old. Nothing's even, but Brad's just chopping some more of the wood. Look at my rosy cheeks. Chai's just here chilling, aren't you, my darling? I've ordered a curry. We haven't had a curry in a while. Actually, tell a lie, I had a curry before Christmas, a couple of days before Christmas, and with my mum and Darren, and Brad was supposed to come with us, but Brad went out for a few drinks with one of his friends, and he sat in the car for the whole meal, didn't you?
What?
It's on about the curry we went to with mum and Darren, and you was in the car, wasn't you? Literally lay down on the back seats with the door open with his head out of the door for the duration of the meal. Obviously I didn't see him. I went and checked on him once to check that it was okay. He was asleep like, ugh. I enjoyed it. Yeah. And then I ate the meal with mum and Darren. Lovely, nice conversation. It was a nice time. And then we drove home. I had to get a bag just in case because I didn't want him being sick all in the car. And then he went to bed, but I loved it. It was delicious. So you've not had a curry for a while, have you? So we're having a curry from a new place actually as well. We've not ordered from here before, so hopefully it's nice. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday. It's a new day. And we are just literally nearly here meeting my mum and my stepdad for a walk with Charlie. We're coming to the same place I came to a few weeks ago on a vlog with Brad's mum and dad where we fed the robin. So this week I've bought some bird food in hopes that we see the robin or a bird and we can feed it. So I thought I bought some pellets and some seeds. But yeah, we're just having a nice Sunday stroll, and then we're gonna get back to getting some DIY on, getting the paneling done. We're thinking we might give it, obviously we're going to fill it in today, but I think we're thinking we're going to eventually paint it a layer of white. I know you know we're here, darling. He's like, I know where I am. If you wonder why I look like, again, I've had to move my elastic bands in, so they're even more visible. And then I had a curry last night and my braces are even more yellow. So
it's okay.
I've not got them on for much longer though, so
it's okay.
It's okay, darling.
It's okay.
I love that job.
What, doing
That's still my
Sunday?
favourite job. That's still my favourite.
More of the frost this morning, though, because you know this bit here.
Yeah. There's a kingfisher there. It's so beautiful. A frost is literally so gorgeous, and the pond or res is all frozen over again. It's so nice. Now that is a big cow.
You'd have thought so. That's how they feed the young.
Is that a bull then? No, there's no penis.
Might have never 1-inch warrior. This wall must be slightly out of square.
Okay.
So like, there's a bit of a gap.
Okay, but we can fill it in. But nearer this end then.
But I'm thinking within that bit.
But then we'll put filler in that.
Sure.
Yeah, because if I'd rather it be.
You're gonna have to do both ends.
Well, yeah, we'll have to do both ends anyway. That's fine because there's going to be some.
Unless I can do it. That's one of these bits. probably do it to one of them bits, to be honest.
Yeah, well, if not, it don't
I
matter.
still need only other bit. I'm 1.
So do we need to get some more pieces then?
4. So I need to get 1 length, 2 lengths, and then I need probably
3.
Because I've got some off cuts.
Do we order some in then? Perfect. You're doing so well, babe.
As soon as I put this bit
God, this looks so good. This literally looks so good. I feel like this just takes it to the whole new level, doesn't it?
It just, yeah, it makes it look totally different.
Like, it looked lovely before without it, so if you guys are planning on doing any paneling, it looks lovely without the finish. Oh, I've got chocolate on my mouth, I've just had a coffee. It looked lovely without...
Leave it like that, yeah?
Yeah.
So it can fill
it in. But yeah, it looked lovely without the, like the borders on and like... But I don't know, I just feel like it just takes it to the next level of making it look...
I need to get some sandpaper.
I feel like as well, the height, we've lowered it slightly, and when I say lowered, it's about an inch lower than what we originally planned. This possibly could be a nice height for a mirror. Because, yeah, I might only have to see there, but that might not look too bad. I'm undecided though whether I should get a mirror that goes on here, because I wanted a funky one, I think, or, obviously the console table comes from here. I didn't know whether to get one that we could lean against the wall, so like an arched one, maybe in the middle of the console table, and then like put something each side. I'm not sure, what do you think? Do you think a mirror should go on the wall, or do you think it should be like a fairly big arched mirror that leans on the console table, but obviously we'll fasten it so it doesn't...
So I'm going to do it. So that piece goes over it so it's not a straight line.
Okay.
I might just need you to grab one of the little pieces.
Yeah. We still need to go to B&Q or Wickes to get a few more pieces because we've not got quite enough. When we got them, we knew we needed around 17 and we could only get 15 because they didn't have them all in. And apparently they get a delivery on Tuesday of quite a few. So we're going to pick some up and it'll be done. So then it's on to caulking it and painting it. So we are getting a decorator in, but I feel like we're going to base paint it white, just so that he's only booked in to come for the day, and I feel like because it's the brown wood, it's probably going to need more than one coat, or it might be that he's booked in for 2 days and he might end up needing more. I'm not sure, but either way we just said we might paint it white just so that it's like a fresh canvas for him to work on, so that it's got an extra layer on there. So that might be next week's job. But I'm looking forward to it. It's looking gorgeous. Like, we've both done it, but don't get me wrong, Brad, I give him all the credit again, just because it took me ages to measure at one piece, if I'm honest. Yeah, he can just done, and I'm like, what? Although maths is not my strong point, I've got to say. Oh my word, yeah. Even if you do spill a coffee. Right. Are you listening? It's Daddy. It's Daddy. His seal ears. This is what we call him, his Dobby ears. That's why we call him Dobby. Because he holds his ears back like, and he does that all the time, and we call him Dobby for that reason. Because we think that looks like Dobby's ears. So he's managed to do it. Obviously we'll have filler in it anyway. But yeah, it needs sanding anyway, doesn't it, baby? So don't worry. Oh, brilliant. Oh, to have a talented boyfriend.
There's only a couple of things that I don't like it, but...
You don't like what?
Because we weren't going to do this, was we?
No, this is why we didn't put it at an angle, because we weren't going to do that bit, but then we were like, let's just do it. Well, you suggested it, didn't you? And then I thought, oh, actually, it'll be quite nice.
Cool, nice.
So we've just been sanding like the little joints everywhere to get rid of any like spiky bits of wood, and now we're gonna fill them and try and make them look as seamless as possible, basically, with some wood filler. And then we're gonna go around all of the edges, like these areas, and on top with cork, so that nothing gets down the back or up the gap, like in the gap, so literally everything looks like it's stuck to the wall. It is, but like properly. So yes, I've been looking forward to this bit though, to be fair. So everything has now been corked. I don't know if you can see, you know, because it's so bright. But it's all filled in, all of the gaps. All we need to do now, this side's not as neat, but we're gonna sand it down basically, so it's all seamless and smooth, but it's looking good. I attempted to start sanding, but then I realised some of it's still a little bit wet, and I've given up now. I can't really be bothered to do any more this weekend. Well, at least today. Wow, my hair looks greasy. Of course I can.
This is you.
But yeah, it looks so good. I love it. Obviously, there's a few pieces missing, so we need to get a piece for there and a piece for there, and there. But then other than that, it's all complete. It just needs sanding, and then we're gonna come around and like I've put a little bit of wood filler. So where this is, it for some reason knocks on there. So I've put a bit of wood filler. We're gonna.
I think we went out a bit hasty.
Did we? So obviously, yeah. The next step in here is to sand. We said we might paint it white. Just.
I think so. Just to chuck one, even if it's one or two coats.
Just one, I think.
Just literally get it covered. Make
Like,
it look similar to what's already there.
Yeah, and then coving obviously on the ceiling, and then possibly doing this.
It looks amazing.
Upstairs. So you know, along this wall here, I'm thinking of doing the paneling, not all upstairs, but just along. Sorry, do you know, because it's white. Just along this wall here, so it won't be like, it'll just be here as you walk up, there, and then here, possibly here. But yeah, white, it's beautiful, and I love it in certain rooms, but I feel like for a hallway where we walk through so much, it's just not functional. Having said that, my thought was obviously paint this bit white and this bit beige, or do it all one colour. What do we think? Let me know. I'm not sure.
Majority vote, I would say colour.
Yeah, and then white at the bottom.
Yeah, because you're getting the colour at eye level.
Yeah, but the only problem it puts me off having white at the bottom is because it shows up so much crap. Yeah, and we've not had this plastered yet, so we've not had it done yet, but that'll be next weekend or maybe one day in the week. But either way, of course I'll update you and I'll show you as soon as anything happens. It's future me just popping in to say I completely forgot to end this vlog, so I just wanted to end it with saying thank you so much for being here and supporting me as always. I hope you're happy and healthy because you deserve to be, and I shall see you next Tuesday. Bye.